Picture yourself at 80, 90, or even pushing 100. You're surrounded by family, laughing, sharing stories, maybe dancing at a grandkid's wedding. Your eyes sparkle, your heart's full. This is what your golden years should be. Now, what if I told you that some of your everyday habits, things you barely notice, are silently stealing those moments? Not accidents or illnesses, but simple routines you could change today to add years to your life. As seniors, you've earned every second of these years. You've built lives, weathered storms, and left your mark. But aging isn't a free pass. It's a call to protect what matters most. Science shows that certain habits hit harder past 65, chipping away at your health when you least expect it. They're not the obvious ones like smoking or drinking too much. No, these are sneaky traps hiding in plain sight, things millions of seniors do without a second thought. In this video, we're exposing 5 dangerous habits that could shorten your lifespan and how to break them before it's too late. From what you do at breakfast to how you spend your evenings, these choices shape whether you're thriving at 90 or struggling at 70. Stick with me, because by the end, you'll know exactly what to stop, why it's hurting you, and how to reclaim the years you deserve. This isn't about fear, it's about power. The power to live longer, stronger, and fuller. Curious? Let's dive in and take back your future. First up, skipping breakfast. It sounds harmless. Maybe you're not hungry or you're rushing to start the day. But for seniors, missing that morning meal is like pulling the plug on your body's battery. Why? Your metabolism slows with age, and breakfast jumpstarts it. A 2021 study in the Journal of Nutrition found that seniors who skip breakfast have a 27% higher risk of insulin resistance, a precursor to diabetes. Diabetes doesn't just raise blood sugar. It damages blood vessels, kidneys, and nerves, cutting lifespan by up to 6 years per the CDC. Breakfast stabilizes glucose, keeping energy steady and organs safe. There's more. Skipping it messes with your brain. A 2022 neurology study showed seniors who miss breakfast score 15% lower on cognitive tests over time. At 80, that's the difference between forgetting a name and losing your independence. And hunger spikes cortisol, stress hormone, that strains your heart. The American Heart Association links irregular eating to a 20% higher risk of heart disease in those over 65. Imagine waking up foggy, tired, and one step closer to frailty, all because you skipped a meal. A bowl of oatmeal or a yogurt with fruit takes 10 minutes. That's 10 minutes for years of clarity and strength. Don't starve your longevity. Eat breakfast. Next, sitting too long. Whether it's binge-watching TV, reading, or scrolling your phone, hours in a chair are deadly for seniors. You might think rest is good, but this kind of rest is a trap. Science doesn't lie. A 2023 Journal of Gerontology study found that seniors sitting over 6 hours daily have a 34% higher risk of premature death, mostly from heart disease and cancer. Sitting slows circulation, pooling blood in your legs, raising clot risk. The American College of Cardiology warns that prolonged sitting spikes blood pressure by 10% in those over 70, taxing an already aging heart. It gets worse. Muscles waste away. A 2020 Aging and Physical Activity report showed that extended sitting accelerates sarcopenia, muscle loss, by 25% in seniors. Weak muscles mean falls, fractures, and wheelchairs. And don't forget your lungs. Shallow breathing from slumping cuts oxygen flow. Per a 2022 respiratory medicine study, increasing pneumonia risk by 18% past 75. Picture this. You're stuck in a chair, legs heavy, breath short, missing life outside. That's not rest, it's decline. Stand every 30 minutes, stretch, walk to the mailbox. Those steps aren't small, they're lifesavers. Break this habit and your body will fight for you. Number 3 might surprise you, ignoring dental care. Brushing off flossing, skipping dentist visits. It's easy to shrug off. But for seniors, a neglected mouth isn't just about cavities. It's a direct hit to your lifespan. Here's the science. Poor oral health breeds bacteria that don't stay local. A 2021 Journal of Periodontology study found that gum disease raises heart disease risk by 30% in seniors. Bacteria from inflamed gums enter your bloodstream, clogging arteries and spiking inflammation. The American Heart Association links untreated gum disease to a 15% higher stroke risk past 65. Strokes that steal years or end them. It's not just your heart. Bad teeth mean poor chewing, limiting nutrition. A 2022 geriatrics nutrition study showed seniors with dental issues consumed 20% less protein and fiber, weakening muscles and immunity. And chronic oral infections? They're tied to diabetes complications, per the NIH, shortening life by up to 4 years in older adults. Think about it. Every missed brush is a step toward fragility. Painful chewing, heart strain, foggy health. That's not aging, it's neglect. Brush twice daily, floss, visit your dentist yearly. Your mouth isn't separate, it's your lifeline. Protect it and you protect your years. Fourth, skimping on sleep. Maybe you're up late watching news, worrying, or think you don't need 7 hours anymore. But for seniors, shortchanging sleep is like draining your life's fuel. The evidence is stark. A 2020 sleep medicine study found that seniors sleeping under 6 hours nightly have a 40% higher risk of all-cause mortality. Sleep repairs your heart. Less of it spikes blood pressure and arrhythmia risk, per the American Heart Association. A 2022 cardiology journal study showed just 1 hour less sleep nightly raises heart attack odds by 12% in those over 70. Your brain suffers too. The National Institute on Aging links chronic sleep loss to a 25% faster cognitive decline in seniors. At 85, that's forgetting keys versus losing memories that define you. And immunity? A 2021 Immunology of Aging report found poor sleep cuts vaccine response by 30% in older adults, leaving you vulnerable. Imagine lying awake, heart racing, mind foggy, catching every cold. That's not a night, it's a warning. Set a bedtime, dim lights, skip caffeine late. 7 hours isn't luxury, it's survival. Sleep well, live long. Finally, avoiding social connection. Maybe you're staying home more, skipping calls or dodging gatherings. It feels easier, but loneliness is a silent killer for seniors. Science proves it. A 2023 Lancet Public Health study found that social isolation raises mortality risk by 50% in adults over 65, more than obesity or inactivity. Loneliness spikes cortisol, driving inflammation and heart disease. The American Heart Association reports isolated seniors have a 29% higher risk of heart failure. Your heart doesn't just pump, it feels. Your mind takes a hit too. A 2021 Alzheimer's and dementia study showed lonely seniors face a 40% higher dementia risk. At 80, that's losing stories, faces, yourself. Even immunity falters. Loneliness weakens white blood cells, per a 2022 psychosomatic medicine study, increasing infection risk by 20%. Picture this: alone, heavy-hearted, fading fast, not because of age but absence. That's not living, it's waiting. Call a friend, join a club, smile at a neighbor. Connection isn't extra, it's essential. Break this habit and you'll find years waiting for you.